Vernisha Jones, and I am the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. And we believe that we are the solution to the issues in our community. Our theme is Nothing With Us, Without Us. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care, which is a nonprofit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of young people from our community whose focus and concern is the youth leadership and having a voice within the community to reduce senseless violence and illegal substance use. Our show will be scheduled every Thursday at 7 p.m. Again, that is every Thursday at 7 p.m. Our show can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, that is www.cantv.org/live. So, hey.
Hi.
So, tonight's episode highlights the power of youth leadership, growth, and community impact through the journey of Hinisha Malone, Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. From being actively involved in the Youth Council to now attending college on a full scholarship, Hinisha represents what dedication, support, and opportunity can create. During tonight's conversation, we'll discuss her experiences growing within the organization, the lessons and leadership skills she gained, and how those experiences has shaped her academic and personal success. We'll also thank her about her goals for the future, the importance of community involvement, and how young people can use their voices and opportunities to create positive change. Well, this episode is all about empowerment, persuasive, and showing the community what is possible when young people are supported, encouraged, and given space to grow. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
So can you tell them real quick who you is? Remind them because some people might have forgot.
Y'all ain't seen me a long time.
Let them know who you are.
Okay, y'all. So I am Hinisha Malone. I'm the Vice President of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. I am a rising junior at Illinois State University. Yes, clock that. And my main goal is just to use the social and political knowledge that I have to make social change in the world. That's really one of my goals. I feel like that's really a long-term goal. Short-term, I'm more of like I do a lot of research. I look into a lot of things. I feel like I can't really say for sure, like, what my niche is, but I have an idea of what I think it is. So once I do more research, I feel like I like to look into things more before getting into it so I can know if it's actually for me. Something else about me, grades is great, y'all. School is great.
You dance?
Yes, I dance. I'm on a dance team.
She been dancing since she was like in
5,
Pampers? Yeah.
Literally. Like, I've always been dancing. Like, dancing, I feel like dancing is one of my passions. And I'm also socially involved. So I do a lot of volunteering at school. We do a lot of things like make packaged meals for people in need, whoever need meals. We do things like donate our clothes, our shoes. Like, organizations on campus always have something to where we could donate and give back to the people in need, to the people in Bloomington, and to the people in Chicago as well. So I feel like that's really a gist of what I'm doing now with my life. And the summer hasn't started yet, but we have great plans for that too.
Okay. So speaking about the different stuff you're doing in the community as far as where you have moved to with college. Mm-hmm. We are now on the West Garfield Park Youth Council. So can you let everyone know how did Hinisha get involved with the West Garfield Park Youth Council and what has that experience? Well, no, you could just say how you got involved with the West Garfield Park Youth Council.
So I got involved with the West Garfield Park Youth Council around like 2018, I think. Like 2019 is when I started hosting shows and actually actively being a part of the Youth Council. But this organization was founded and created by my grandfather. So I grew up in the organization. I grew up around social advocacy. I grew up around social change and like when you see something, say something and do something. So since I grew up around all of these values, it made it easier for me to kind of like be accustomed and get into that type of lifestyle, like going into social advocacy and going into things where like political leaders are there and getting them to hear the voice of the young people so that they can know what we need in the community. So I feel like that's really how I got involved because it was my family's organization. But like as time went on, I've started to grow a passion of my own for it, making me the vice president of the West Garfield Park Youth Youth Council, and all of the support, like you said, the support that I've had around me, it shaped me into who I was, and it made me dedicated to keep going with the Youth Council, because I could have like fell back from it and been like, I don't really want to do that, like that's lame, like I don't want to, because nobody around me was involved in things like that.
Yeah.
So it could have been easy for me to like deter away from that mission that my granddad had. But I really stayed the course. And that's what my granddad would say. But I stayed the course. And I don't know, I've seen more in it than just a program that we go to like every week. So I feel like that's how I got into the organization and how I got into actually like my passion being social change.
And so I guess that answers the question of why did you stay involved. So also, what are some important lessons you feel like you learned? Even though I feel like you just said for the most part, but what is some things that you feel like you learned from the West Garfield Park Youth Council? Let's go a little bit more specific.
Okay.
If you can.
So a lot of the things that I feel like I've learned from the West Garfield Park Youth Council, one is financial literacy and budgeting. We had a summer, 2 summers. Well, I was there every summer, but we had like a summer where we had this specific program where we actually went into depth, and we had like worksheets, and we had a lot of stuff that we were doing regarding financial literacy, understanding your credit. My granddad would bring in professionals who knew about like financial literacy, who knew about your credit, who knew about different opportunities like real estate agent, because that's what I want to do. That's what I will do. So he brought people in who had the same goals that we are reaching out for us to actually show us this is what you can do. So I feel like that's a thing, financial literacy, that's really important going into college. And going into your adulthood, it's good to know how to manage your money and knowing how to spend and when not to spend, knowing when something is a want and when something is a need. Another thing that I could say that I learned from the West Garfield Park Youth Council is learning how to have professional interviews with different companies. We did mock interviews, mock resumes, and I feel like the literature that I learned throughout all of those sessions, I feel like I carry all of that with me now. And I feel like without that, I feel like, yeah, we all evolve. I feel like I would have caught on to it at some point, but I feel like me having that and me having that support and having people that was actually wanting to know that I knew the thing. So it wasn't just, oh yeah, go and do it. You have to know that the students and the youth have what we're actually learning. So I feel like that dedication that they had towards teaching us really like brought me to where I am today. So I feel like the main things I take away is the like interviews, resume, and then like financial literacy, because that's like the bulk of my life. Another thing is advocacy. West Garfield Park Youth Council, a protest,
big on it.
So, like community events, like giving back to the community, like that was so heavy. Like I give back way more than
you thought you ever would.
Yeah,
that's
like
me.
than I feel like I ever would. Like I really give back a lot. I don't think that I give back as much as certain people. Like I want to do more. I want to give back more, honestly. But I feel like I do a good job at like carrying a lot of the stuff that I went through. Not went through in bad terms. That's kind of sound bad. But the stuff that I went through, like the protests that we had, I was like, I don't know how old I was. We had a protest like near my house. We had a protest on Madison. We had a protest some of everywhere. And we have community events where we give back to the community. So I feel like all of those things that we did, I bring all of that with me. And I feel like without those protests and without us giving back, I probably wouldn't have had as much empathy towards people around me or towards people like me if I didn't have all of these experiences and was involved with the community as much as I was, like getting to know people. Like as we gave these things away, people were interacting with us. We talked to people. We understood how people...
The stories.
Yeah, like they told us about their stories in life and things like that. So I feel like being able to see that, because our life wasn't like a reflection of that. So us seeing that, I could have easily been like blindsided by the hardships that people grow through. But I feel like with this, we were introduced with so many different people that we became empathetic towards them. And not even just empathetic, but we just put ourselves on the same plane as them, because it's like we really are the same people. We really are the same. We all just need resources. We all need support. So I feel like that is those are the main things that I brought from like condensedly into my life now.
Okay, I was gonna wait until we got off the show to say this, but I am really proud of you.
Thank you.
It's crazy because I haven't actually seen you, and it's just like a personal thing, but we on the show. I haven't actually seen you on the show in a while, and so to see, like, just listening to you talk, your whole everything has
It's
changed.
Yeah.
It has changed a lot. So I am very
Yes, thank you.
I am very proud of you. I am like really proud of you.
Bless you.
So nah, for real, because I'm listening to you and it's just like I'm sounding like I'm hearing, even though she's technically grown now, but
Yeah.
it sounded like I'm hearing like a grown person.
Adult,
Like
yes.
it's a grown person talking. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
I love it. I love it. So you're currently attending college on a full scholarship.
Yes, I am.
How did you do that? How was that possible?
So I've really always been a school person. Like I love getting good grades. Like if I had bad grades, I would like cry. Really bad. Like I didn't like getting bad grades. I always loved school. I love learning. I love knowing that I can learn something. So like I wouldn't know something, but the fact that I can come out of this knowing how to do it, it was just something about it that intrigued me. So I feel like me going into that and then going into high school, I feel like I would have fallen off a little bit if I would have let like COVID like kind of take over like my dedication towards school. I could have easily fallen off from school, but I feel like during that time, luckily I actually like gained a lot of lessons that I didn't know I would have, and I changed completely during like my freshman year during COVID. So I feel like that change that I went through, it actually made me work harder in school, especially in high school, because the work was harder. But I feel like me having gone through that and learned all of these lessons that I learned, I feel like it made me want it more. Also, I wasn't going to go to college at first because I want to do real estate. I will do real estate, and I feel like I didn't need college for it. I could have did like the courses. I could have did the coursework. So I wasn't going to go. But I got an opportunity. And I looked at that FAFSA, y'all. I was going to school for free. I'm like, why wouldn't I get a degree, y'all?
Exactly.
So I'm at school getting me a degree, and I love school. Like, I love school. That's why I didn't have a problem with going. And, yeah, that's how I did, y'all. Hard work, dedication. It's like you can't say hard work, but sometimes you're going to be lazy. Sometimes you're going to procrastinate. Sometimes you might have, like, miss an assignment. Yeah, like you might miss an assignment. Like I missed a few assignments. I've had F's before. I've had C's, D's. I've had all of that before. But it's just how you overcome that, like how you like come back from those L's, from those D's. Do you keep that, or do you work towards like making that better, getting a better grade? So I feel like that's really what it was, like noticing that I wasn't perfect, but also acknowledging that I can persist.
Still trying, and I'm still going.
Exactly.
So how is college going so far? How do you feel about it? Like, all right, I know you love school and stuff, but like the experience of college, going away to college, leaving parents, how does that feel?
Okay, so one, it actually isn't like, I love school. Don't get me wrong. Like, I love being at school. Like, I love having, like, my own space and stuff like that. But I'm very family-oriented. Like, me and my family, we are like this. So it's like, at first when I was at school, it was like, yeah, I'm at school.
Away,
like, I'm by myself.
away.
Yeah, like, I've never been away from my family before except for college. So as time go on, it's like, dang, like I miss my family, like, but I can't keep going home because they ain't gonna miss me. Like, I don't want y'all to miss me, like, but I love y'all. Like, I need to come home. So that's one of the hardest things about being at school, is missing my family, because like we're literally like this. So it's like, even if I'm at school, I'm still texting everybody, I'm still calling everybody. Other than that, college is like, it's amazing. Like, it's so much culture at school. It's so many, like, the fraternities and the sororities, the different student-ran organizations that the students make themselves, surrounded around volunteer work, service. They like plan events. Like, we had a Black Award show for like best dressed on campus, the best dance team on campus. We won, obviously. And we had like categories like the best barber, the best braider on campus, the best person who do wig install. So it was just all around culture and just giving us some acknowledgement, because we could all leave from school and feel like what we did really didn't have an impact. Yeah, or it didn't mean nothing. So that was a way to just acknowledge everything that we've done throughout the year. I think that having my own space, because, you know, you have roommates, but I feel like that experience also is very eye-opening, because you get to understand a lot of different personalities, because this is my second year, so I've had 2 roommates. So you get to understand a lot of different personalities, a lot of different people. You start to understand what you do and don't like. You start setting, like, clear boundaries for yourself, like things that you don't want anybody to cross. And, like, come the end of your senior year, you really start to learn, like, what you will and won't put up with. And you become really firm on that, because it's like you have to think about yourself first. Like, we always are taught, like, yeah, think about the people around you, like, don't be selfish. But sometimes you have to be selfish.
That's a big one. I've been big on that this year, where I've been into this more
Yeah.
selfless, like just thinking about what makes me. And it's
Exactly.
crazy that you said that because I write in a journal, well, yeah, a diary journal on my phone, and that's one of the main things I've been talking about. That's kind of going off the conversation, but that's one of the main things I've been talking about. Where I said I feel like a lot of my decisions are always based on how I want everybody else to see me or how I feel like people feel like I should be doing.
Yeah.
And versus it being something that I truly want and something that makes me happy. And so that
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's another big thing that I learned this year. I think that a few of the things, like me being in school, I actually genuinely do this for my family. Like, I really didn't mind having a degree only because I knew that what I was going to do, I'll be successful. And my main thing in life is just to be successful and be able to help the people around you, be able to help your community. So I feel like me being in school, me having that degree, like my granddad always talks about how he really want me to have a degree. And like everybody's just so proud of me. So it's like it makes me want to work harder.
Do it.
But it's like I am still doing it for myself, but the support and the love of my family just makes me want to do it more. So I think I got off topic.
No, you actually answered all the extra questions I was gonna have in that area.
Okay.
So I was gonna ask you about what's keeping you to push for it. I was gonna
yeah.
ask you what challenge you facing, and you just answered everything in one. So
wait. A challenge that I'm facing in school, well, that I was facing in school. I feel like when you go straight into
college after high school.
Yeah, after high school, but depending on the high school that you went to, it can be hard to get like used to the workload because the high school that I went to, the workload was big, but I never did homework. Like all the work I did it at school. In college, like you have to, it's like a lot of work to do, and it's like it's not even a lot, but the assignment is a lot. So it's like you have one paper that has to be like 15 pages, but that's only one assignment in that one class, apart from all of the other assignments you have. And then you have 5 classes. And they're all like the same. So that was one of the hard things about transitioning like into college, was getting used to the workload. But I feel like my sophomore year, I was more used to it. I had time to be like, okay, I know that around this time I need to do this. I know I can't be procrastinating around this time because I got to get this done. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't procrastinate at all, because I did procrastinate. Sometimes I was just laying in that bed. Sometimes I was saying, yes, I want to go somewhere. But I was doing my work, though, y'all. I was doing my work, because it's like at the end of the day, you have to have fun in school.
And then you got to still have your own personal time or you will go crazy.
Yes, you literally will go crazy if you just stay in your room and do work all day. Unless you that type of person who, like that type of stuff, you love to just do work. And
but not even just
focused.
Go out, but doing something for yourself.
Yeah.
Because even if you're a person that like to do work, it's like you still have to. That will take control if you don't allow yourself to have moments for yourself.
Exactly. You have to have moments for yourself. You have to have times to just walk outside, like partake in leisure, like do something that you like. Go, like listen to some music or go for a walk or just don't do nothing. Like, people could literally just sit and do nothing. Like, just relax and just take a moment to be present. Because when we do all these things, we don't really sit with ourselves and sit with the fact that we got as far as we did. We kind of just keep pushing to try to get further because we feel like it's not enough. Because we feel pressured to be at a certain point at our lives. Like me, I felt like I had to have my own business, have a car, have a house, not be in school. I felt like I had to do all of this stuff because the people around me was doing it. I seen so many girls, I got my first car as a teenager, and I was like, wait, I want to get my first car as a teenager too. Like, it's just so much stuff that you can see that'll make you kind of lose touch of yourself and make you feel like you have to keep moving forward instead of just like being still and just being where you are and just recognizing how far you got.
Okay. So what advice would you give other young people who may feel discouraged or lost?
Discouraged, lost. One thing that I really learned, the mind is very, 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 very powerful. So if you tell yourself, oh yeah, like I'm stressed, yeah, I'm like all of these bad things, to yourself, your brain, your subconscious does not know the difference between what's real and what's fake. If you're telling yourself something that's real or not. And it'll just like, this is too deep to get into.
No,
all I'm saying is talk positively to yourself. Think about what thoughts you're going to have. Like, observe your thoughts and be conscious of what you're thinking about and start to try to pinpoint what type of things pop up in your mind so that you could try to get a positive cycle going. Think about more positive things and be more intentional when you think about stuff, because all of the things that you think about can reflect into your reality and into your real life. So you have to be very mindful. Yeah, you have to be very mindful about the things that you think about, the things that you say about yourself, because the tongue is very powerful as well. Anything, what my granddad used to say? Something about fruition.
I don't know.
I don't know either. But something about if you speak is going to come into fruition. So the things that you say is very important. Energy, all of that is real. You have to make sure that you're on a very high frequency. Your energy has to reflect the life you want to have. So if you want to have a life of success, happiness, love, you have to vibrate love, like all of that stuff, so that you could get that back. Because if you're just negative, mopey, and identifying with your struggles, then you're gonna be your struggles. But you can't identify. We go, okay, this is a hurdle that I have to get past, and I will get past it. I'm not my struggles, but I will get through this, and I am okay, and I'm doing great. So I feel like that's one piece of advice that I would have, is to just be nicer to yourself. Because I feel like we just put too much pressure on ourselves to be the best, and when we do little things, it's like, oh, like I'm so stupid, I'm so this, I'm so that. So that's one thing I would say.
So, well, I guess you kind of answered this too. If you could let people know, you did answer it, but you didn't answer it directly. Mm-hmm. What are some of your goals and dreams moving forward, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so my goals. My first goal is to have my own property before I turn 25. So before I turn 25, I want to have a commercial property, a residential property, a motel, a hotel. Probably not a hotel. But something like that.
It is possible.
Yeah, it is possible.
It's possible.
Like, that is possible. But I feel like I have to do more, because I'm staying in school for 3 years. In 2 years, I graduate with my bachelor's of science, and in 1 year, I get my master's. So I'll be out of school in 3 years. So after that, I'll have like 2 years to make sure I get me a property, look into different things, get my real estate license. That's one of my more like short-term goals. In the next 5 years, I see myself having properties. I see myself having like a some type of like advocacy type of organization type of thing. Because I'm thinking about starting an organization at my school that's kind of a reflection of Fathers Who Care. Excuse me. That's like a reflection of Fathers Who Care, because I feel like as much as I've done with my granddad and as much as I've learned, I feel like I should just bring that over to my school. And I feel like I could do so much, and I feel like I get the help of so many people that I'll be able to do it. So I feel like I see myself having some type of organization where I kind of help the youth. I have people talk to them, educate them politically, socially, because the youth is not really politically involved. They don't feel like they have to be. So I feel like I want to like change that with the upcoming generation. And another goal, I want to have a motel that's completely free, that's funded by the government or grants, that I could just like let people come live in. That's another big goal. But I see that in like more so like the next 10 years. So before I'm 30, I want to have that. Yeah.
So what legacy or impact do you plan to leave behind? I'm kind of seeing where it's going, like, but like
it's kind of all
president, like, it's given like it's given. And you can do it.
I feel I can do it. I feel like I just have to believe in myself first, and then I just have to like keep the people that's around me. Anybody that's around me, I know loves me, I know supports me. So I just have to stay around the right people, the right energy, so that I can succeed. Because I know that they'll like push me to like work harder. I know that they'll like fuel me, like, okay, keep going. Or if I need anything, they'll help me. So I feel like just staying in touch with my family, staying in touch with everybody, like my friends, like staying in touch with myself, like making sure that I'm okay, like talking to myself often. So I feel like that is like, but I feel like the type of legacy I want to leave is to help the people around you. I've learned too much in school, and we have to stick together. Like, really. For real, y'all. This is not a joke.
So before I end this show off, is there anything that you want to say to the lovely people that haven't seen you in so long? It's been, I know y'all miss her.
Yes.
I know. It's been a long time. So do you have anything to say to our lovely audience?
All I would say is do your research. Don't believe everything you see. Do your own research. Don't believe everything you see. And I would say to believe in yourself, because I feel like if you don't believe in yourself, and it seems like so cliche, like, oh, believe in yourself, okay, like I already do that, but it's like you genuinely have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can do something, and you have to put yourself on a pedestal. Don't think like, oh yeah, like she's better or they're better or I don't know. Don't everybody else. You have to wake up to yourself every day. You have to brush your own teeth every day. You have to take care of yourself every day. So you need to move like that. Like, okay, I'm the most important person in my life. So move like that. Do your own research. Do not believe everything you see. Love y'all.
And with that being said, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap, y'all.
See you guys next week, same time, same station. And thank you so much for coming on our show tonight. And we're so proud of you, and we love you. And talk to you guys later.
Bye.